So in the co-main event of UFC 291, we got the number 3 ranked light heavyweight Jan Blachowicz taking on Alex Poatan Pereira. Jan Blachowicz, he's coming off a draw to Magomed Ankalaev, while Alex Pereira is coming off a knockout loss to Israel Adesanya at middleweight. So Pereira is starting his journey at light heavyweight, and he's doing it with the splash going up against a top 5 guy in Jan Blachowicz. And whenever a guy makes a splash like this, it is so hard to predict. The odds are so close. You know, the odds show that it's minus 120 Jan, minus 110 Alex as of recording this. I do think this is the hardest fight to predict. There's a lot of unknowns. But first, let's talk about the things we do know. We have seen Jan do this before, you know, fight guys from middleweight that are coming up to light heavyweight. And he has had, for the most part, success against those guys. I do think they tend to be too small and didn't give enough time to really fill into that division. And that includes Israel Adesanya, the current middleweight champion. You know, Jan is a very patient striker. He's a good counterpuncher, but his output tends to be low. But man, all he needs is one shot. That Polish power is the real deal. You know, but he's facing Alex Pereira, another guy who's also known for his big power. You know, he has 6 wins by knockout or TKO in his 7 fights. He was knocked out cold in his last fight against Israel Adesanya, and I do think that fight kind of showed cracks in his striking defense, which leaves me a little worried considering that Jan just needs one shot. And although he is going up, he will still have the height and reach advantage over Jan Blachowicz. I do think this fight is going to be kind of calculated. I think Alex tends to have a bit more output, and that makes me believe that he's going to be one leading this fight and Jan will be looking to counter. But the grappling aspect of this fight is very interesting but also confusing. Jan was able to take down and control Israel Adesanya, who does have good takedown defense, and he might look to replicate that. But Alex Pereira, I think, will be more filled in to light heavyweight and will be stronger than a guy like Izzy was. Plus, he will have Glover Teixeira in his corner, who actually submitted Jan Blachowicz to win the light heavyweight title not too long ago. Whatever grappling happens, I think the guy who grapples first is going to have more success. Both these guys are pretty bad from the bottom position. Both guys kind of look lost down there. You know, also both guys are not that great at getting their own takedowns. And so maybe they stall out, maybe they cancel each other out. But that being said, I think I like Pereira by decision. I think if he can stop any and all takedowns, I think he can fight a calculated fight against Jan Blachowicz, avoid that power. And I can see Alex Pereira edging out Jan with just the output. But man, he has to stop those takedowns no matter what. Having Glover in his corner, they are for sure working on that 100%. Because if someone shoots and does have success, then I really don't know how this fight's going to play out. But I think Pereira by decision. Let me know down below what you think. Leave a comment down below. And yeah, it's going to be a great night of fights. Do not forget to tune in. And I'll see you next time. But until then, take care.